schematically to protect themselves when they do get into their throw game. But there's some things that we've seen that both schematically and physically we've got to be able to take advantage of and looking to do that for sure.
Jeff?
Michael Penix obviously got named starting quarterback. When you look at him from the standpoint of if you were playing against that guy, what are the things that he does that challenges defenses the most?
Yeah, I don't really want to think about having to play Mike Penix, to be honest with you. I've played him enough for the last couple of weeks here. Mike is just such a, if you just tear it down, right, to just who he is, right, what the type of athlete he is. He's dynamic when the ball is in his hands throwing it, and he's dynamic in the ball with his hands running it, right? So to have a multi-dimensional quarterback that athletically can just beat you in a one-on-one matchup, whether he's throwing the ball or running the ball, is difficult. On top of that, our guys, you know, I'm telling you, even last year as a true freshman, like, you see him go through his progressions and his reads and look people off, look a safety off, and then throw a seam ball on a rope at 25 yards. Like, you know, what do you tell your players in a situation like that? So he presents a lot of challenges. I mean, just because of the way that he is athletically and the decisions that he makes. You know, I know it's a cliche to say, but I am truly glad he's on our side.
Touched on this already with the defensive line, but just I guess the importance of you guys being able to create pressure and not only get the quarterback out of the pocket, but be able to bring him down in terms of sacks and being able to kill plays. Is that any kind of emphasis that you've been trying to work on this year, and how you think it'll shake out compared to last year?
Yeah, I mean, I do. I do think that obviously has to be something that we've done. We've done some things that we've tweaked schematically to get more pressure in the backfield, both in pressure and in some of our four down looks. I think you have to mix it up. I'd like to be able to sit there and say that we're going to be able to rush four and get a ton of pressure, and that's what I'd like to be able to do that in every single game. Ultimately, I think it's our job as a staff to come up with a good mix of 4, 5, 6-man pressures that we can attack them in different ways. And then sometimes there's a difference. I always look for what is this team. What do they struggle with? Do they struggle with vertical penetration pressures? Do they struggle with sideline lateral movement pressures? Maybe it's a combination of both those things, but you got to kind of see what they are, what they do well, what they don't do well, and try to take advantage of those matchups as best we can. But to answer your question, I expect a 4-man rush will be a little bit more dynamic this year.
All right, thanks.
All right, thanks guys.